any religion that says that it's a sin to love someone else. I can't.
No, we're not saying it's a sin to love someone else. The sin is the action. If I was to be attracted to another man, right? This is something not in my control. In Islam, you're not punished for that. Do you agree with me that there are influence from different values in the West on you?
Of course.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say. There is the idea of, which comes from John Stuart Mill, the Enlightenment period. The idea of you can do whatever you want as long as you don't harm anyone else. How many times did you hear that? So it's in the Western society. This is being propagated. It comes from the liberal Enlightenment period. It comes from John Stuart Mill. It's called the harm principle. Something that he put forward. A lot of people don't know where their beliefs are coming from. But why should I adopt a belief that comes from a liberal Enlightenment period, where I have a perfect scripture that I can demonstrate to be from God? Why should I take a scripture from a human being? Especially when the harm principle is not applicable in every situation. There are things that I can do that there is no harm coming from them, but still wrong. Robert Spitzer, he is a scientist. You can Google him, you'll have a Wikipedia page popping up for you, right? I mean, because he's well known, so they have all the information about him. That's what I'm trying to say, right? So Robert Spitzer conducted a study. It was published in Nature magazine, where he brought 200 homosexuals. All he did is that he spoke to them, and all of them became heterosexual. What I'm saying is something is published in Science magazine, is a peer-reviewed. Science magazine is pro-LGBT. It's America. Sorry, Nature magazine. By the way, he was attacked for his research, proving my point that there is a specific worldview in the Western society, and it will be imposed on you even if you're a scientist, right? He was attacked for two things. First, he said it's a reparative treatment. He said, why are you using the word reparative, right? That's the first thing he attacked him on. The second thing, he had to retract or apologize for his study. Even though he didn't say in his apology, my study was wrong, he said, okay, you cannot really know whether someone is homo. He tried to justify what he did. Why? Because he was attacked. And you can see that in research, what happened to him. They brought him on social media, they attacked him, they depressed him on the research that he did. So if you do not accept that research, for example, how can you know then whether something is innate or not? If we cannot conduct study and studies are flawed, then how can we know? Yeah,
Animals, homosexuality is very, very prevalent.
Now that's a very common argument. It's natural because it's in animals. Then I can use the same argument and say cannibalism is natural because it's with animals.
You're harming someone else.
Rape, again, the harm principle. Remember what I said? John Stuart Mill?
I like the harm principle.
You see, that's what I'm telling you. It's something that comes from John Stuart Mill, from the liberal period. It's do whatever you want as long as you don't harm anyone else. So I was telling her, you are been influenced by that, you don't know, but she's just demonstrating what I'm saying, right?
That I like it and I agree with it.
But that's what I'm saying. Where does the idea come from? You in the Western society, you've been told this idea, you've been propagated this idea, and then you absorb the idea. So I understand you believe it.
It resonates with me. There are things that might not be from the Western society that I may hear.
What do you disagree with in the Western morals? Something that is mainstream that you disagree with in the moral aspects of here.
Excessive liberalism.
An example of that.
And now I do realize that at that age a child can not know.
A lot of people don't agree with you in the LGBTQ community.
Yeah,
so it's not a mainstream thing.
Things, they're very sensitive subjects.
So my problem, this is something that we should be talking about.
I don't like when people are too sensitive, or when people want to give criticism but they can't take it, or when they want to
Excellent, and I appreciate that, I respect that.
Say, oh, I don't like religion because it's like this, because it's like that, but then when you comment on something, let's say with the LGBT community, they get offended.
Yes, I know.
No, you can't give out criticism but not receive it, because the LGBT is your equivalent to a religion. So if you can give it to someone's religion, you have to be able to take it. But I like what you said, LGBT is equivalent to religion, and I believe it's a religion today.